Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Baris Alkis. In this channel, we talk about photography and filmmaking. In this video, I want to talk about gear that I recommend you guys investing in as photographers. So I just want to tell you guys before I get started with this video, I don't want people to be watching my channel and thinking that they need to be buying more gear or them feeling less about themselves because they don't have specific gear. Gear does not define your art. Gear does not define the quality of your work. Gear helps you. Gear wins you time when you need it. But other than that, a true photographer can really develop and create work with basically nothing. But if you have a little bit of money to invest in photography, and if you're interested in what I think you should invest as a new photographer, this video might be for you. And everything that I'm gonna list today is not in a particular order, except the last one. Last one is the most important. I had to leave it to the last so you guys make it through the video. See what I'm doing there? Okay, so let's start with something little. Actually, let me go grab it and show it to you guys. Okay, so number one on my list is a strap. I hate the neck straps, okay? So I bought one of these last year. It's a Peak Design strap. What you do is, it's like a little bracelet, and then you attach this to your camera, and then you're basically holding your camera from your wrist like this. You can basically hang your camera from anywhere. And this thing is absolutely like, I can probably hang onto a mountain with this or something. Like, it's that strong. So this is from Peak Design. I think this was around 40 bucks or so. This was one of the best investments I made. As I hate having the neck straps, this was such a beneficial thing to have with me. Because I don't like neck straps, I often go out without a camera strap. And if I was to drop my gear, that would cost me a lot of money. So something like this, or specifically the one from Peak Design, I recommend. It's a really good quality piece. You can definitely grab one of these, and this will make your life easier if you don't like neck straps. Number two, again, these are not in a particular order. I recommend new photographers to invest in quality lens. I'm not even gonna mention cameras in this video. I'm gonna say lenses are more important. Like, it's 2021. I really don't think you have a really bad camera. Sure, your camera may not be the best in autofocus, or it may not have the fastest shutter speed, but if you throw on a good lens, and if you know what you're doing with a pretty normal camera, you can get really good stuff with a good lens. So before you upgrade your camera, I would look at upgrading your lens. Unless you eventually want to switch to a different system, that's another story. And myself specifically, I like using zoom lenses. So recently I bought the 18-35 1.8 and slapped it onto my Fuji X-T4. My life has changed since. I recommend grabbing a nice lens. It's the best investment you'll make. And actually, lenses always keep their value. In the future, if you want to resell it, it's no problem. It'll sell as long as it's a good quality lens. Next one on the list is a camera bag. Now, you might think, camera bags, like, it just stores my camera. It's really not that important. I get to A to B, unpack, and my stuff is there. Especially if you don't have a lot of gear, you may find it not so useful. But camera bags are very important in my life because they're very functional. You know, they're meant to actually travel, and they're meant to be in the outdoors. So right now I'm using the PG Tech, the 1Mo bag. This bag has like pockets everywhere, like amazing. The quality, everything about it is just amazing. It's weather sealant. So a camera bag like this, I bought this like a year ago. Choosing the right bag is very important as well. You know, just because something is expensive, it doesn't make it better. You need to find something that works for you, for size, for what it could do. Like I said, this one is weather sealant. I'm usually out in worse kind of weather conditions, so I need my backpack to be not letting water into the bag. Let's be honest, that would be really bad. Invest in a camera bag. A camera bag is a protection to protect your bigger investments, which is your camera, lens, microphone, all that stuff. So definitely grab a proper camera bag. Next one on the list is a good tripod. I hate spending money on tripods. I hate tripods. I don't ever use tripods. My tripods are usually right across in my home office at all times. and I try not to move it from there because I hate repositioning my YouTube videos. There's a time and place when I need a good tripod. This one that I'm using is just a K&F Amazon tripod. It was around $200. Tripods are one of those things where you won't need it for a while, but one day you'll need it. So definitely grab something with a good quality. There was an instance where before I used to use cheap tripods because I didn't really need them that much, and it kind of broke on me and it could have damaged my gear. So I was just fast enough and reacted, but I recommend you guys spending a little bit extra and then grabbing a tripod that's gonna be functional, light, and sturdy. All right, so one of the last ones on the list is kind of an expensive one. It's a monitor. We're not talking about the field monitor for video, we're talking about the actual computer monitor that you use to edit your photos. You might be an amazing, super talented editor. You might have purchased one of your favorite photographer's preset pack, maybe mine. And you're doing your edit, and then you go ahead and export it onto your cell phone. You're excited to upload and the colors look horrible. Or another scenario, you edit client work, maybe a wedding. You do all of this editing, and then once you send it to the clients, because your screen is not properly lit and it's not properly calibrated, your colors are gonna be way off. So the reason behind buying a good monitor is that you can have a good standard. If you set everything properly in a properly calibrated monitor, whoever looks at the footage or your photo will see your edits very accurately. Whereas if you're editing on a really cheap, not calibrated, and weird colored monitor, everyone else that looks at the image is gonna see something else because your colors are way off. The way the monitor game works is you're doing all this editing. There's some color ranges that a cheap monitor may not be showing you. So what happens is those colors could be in your edits, but you're just not seeing them because of your monitor. You go to export it, your phone might be showing the colors, and then it's like, I gotta go back and re-edit. Or you send it to clients, you don't even realize it because what you saw in the computer was great, but on their monitor, let's say if they're using a higher end monitor, it's not gonna look so good. So with monitors, I recommend IPS panels. I recommend buying a monitor that is calibrated and has a wide color gamut. And that's it. Those are the few things you need to look for when buying a monitor. Right now I'm using a ViewSonic. It's not that great, I'll be honest with you. I probably need an upgrade on my monitor. It's got a pretty wide color gamut. It's not so calibrated nowadays, but it's got a pretty wide color gamut. So I kind of know what I'm doing with my monitor. So be sure to invest in a good monitor. And it'll actually last you a long time as well. I know it's not the most exciting purchase, but you just gotta do it. Okay, and then the last thing, you can invest all the money in the world onto photography or whatever you're doing. Actually, we'll do another series for filmmaking, the stuff that you need for filmmaking. But for photography and filmmaking, the most important thing is investing your time in this craft. You know, always educate yourself and put yourself onto the next level rather than looking at what the new camera is or what the new lens you should buy is. If you are not knowledgeable enough in what you are doing, it doesn't matter what kind of camera you have, you'll still have mediocre photos, mediocre footage. For me, the most important step is to invest your time in training your eye, your time in training on editing and what looks good and finding your own specific creative style. Those are more important than what camera strap you have or what kind of lens you have. Of course, like I said, camera gear could put you onto the next level, but don't count on that. But anyways, thank you all for watching the video. We'll definitely do a filmmaking version as well of this video, and please subscribe to the channel because that will make me happy.